May 1st, 1965. And I guess what stands out most of all, I remember how impressed I was with the other priests who were there and at the laying on of the hands at the ordination. The priests, went behind, couldn't see who it was, obviously, they're behind you, but there was just a long, long line of priests who were laying their hands on each one of the fellows being ordained. And that was really impressive, really impressive. I remember that. Also, being interviewed today, I just realized that after the ordination, I was one of the guys that was interviewed by, I think it was Monsignor Shannon was doing the radio and television at that time. So I was interviewed after the ordination by him. I remember that. I just remember that when I was sitting here. It was a very nice day, as I recall. Of course, it was great. My family was there, and friends and so forth. The cathedral was full, of course, and just the whole ceremony was just so impressive. Just a wonderful day, wonderful memory. I'm sure the most fulfilling aspect of the whole thing was my involvement with the people. Church's people. And that really came to light for me. I've been ordained a number of years, and strange as it may seem, I made a marriage encounter. And the experience of the marriage encounter and working with encounter couples after that and presenting on marriage encounter weekends really helped me to understand that the church is the people of God. We learned in theology class that the church is the people of God, but in my mind, it was a structure. And it was on the marriage encounter weekend that I really was struck by the reality that not the structure, the people. The people of God is what the church is. And that has been my source of joy and my incentive for all 50 years. People are people. I've had a number of assignments, but people are people every place. And just the joy of being a part of their lives, particularly the more important moments in lives, baptisms of new babies and preparing kids for First Communion, kids and parents for First Communion, confirmation, marriages, of course, wonderful times. And the time of death is not what one would call perhaps a wonderful time, but in the way it was. You get really involved with the family, get really close to people, and are able to be very helpful to them at a very difficult point in their lives. So just the whole involvement with the people. Hearing confessions, I have rarely, if ever, refused to hear a confession. If I'm invited to a penance service or whatever, I always go. I think that's very important, and I think that people need that. They need the opportunity, and so basically whatever involves the people, that has been an important part of my whole priesthood. Well, first thing, the whole seminary process is very different today than it was in my time. Most of the people in my vintage went to a minor seminary for 2 years, then went to a major seminary. For us, it was St. Andrews, then St. Bernard's, for 6 years at Bernard's, where we completed our bachelor's degree and then got our theology. Today, I understand the whole process is very different, and I really wouldn't even pretend to understand it. What I do know is that part of the preparation today for boys is a pastoral year, where they take a year out from studies and spend a year in a parish or something, and we didn't have that opportunity. And I think that's a magnificent opportunity for the guys these days to be really on the front line. In many ways, priesthood was, in my time, was learning by the seat of your pants. We said the seminary didn't really prepare us to be priests. We had to learn that as we went through our daily lives. Fortunately, I don't think I made many terrible mistakes. I don't think I messed up anybody too badly. But the system today with the pastoral year is important. I've been in the business for 50 years, and in all honesty, there's nothing else I'd rather do. It's been a wonderful life, and if you want to do something that's very fulfilling, you want to do something that is helpful for people, something that hopefully is helpful to society, there's nothing better. Are there difficult times in priesthood? Certainly there are. Difficult times in any way of life. There are times of loneliness, sure there are. But I know also that married people experience a great deal of loneliness at times as well. But overall, the priesthood and the whole practice of what we do is just a wonderful way of life. And I would encourage anybody who is really interested in being helpful, wanting to serve people, serve God, want to become, more prayerful perhaps. This is a great life, and I would certainly encourage them to do that.